Use Authority for Wednesday, December 19th, 2018. Let's see if maybe Kristen Clark, would you, Director Clark, would you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance? You're still standing. We'll all join you.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Mr. Hulemard, any acknowledgments, announcements, or correspondence we need to?
Thank you, Chair. I do have a few. The first one is I think a few of our colleagues, including Authority Council, appear to be delayed and caught in traffic. Just a couple of quick ones. I think I may have mentioned this last Friday. Just a reminder for everyone that on right about now, there is a veteran town hall that's going on over at the VA Palo Alto Medical Healthcare System. It's supposed to be finishing up about 5 o'clock this afternoon. Second, there's a Sustainability Hospitality Summit that's going to now be held on January 10th and 11th. Mary, I know you're very actively engaged in that. That's going to be at the Portola Hotel and Spain, Monterey. And then CSUMB and the Monterey Bay Ecotourism folks are very much actively engaged in that summit and really wanted to make sure everybody knew it was happening. There are a couple of events for the coming year, especially for new board members and folks that may not have taken advantage of these in the past. The Fort Ord Cleanup Community Outreach events for the coming year have been announced. One will be Saturday, February 2nd, and that's going to be the Community Involvement Mobile Workshop, and that's a valuable resource for lots. If you have new council members on any of your councils and would like to refer this to them, that's a good event. On May the 4th, it's a Saturday as well, the impact area, there's going to be a guided walking tour. The one this last year was overprescribed, and many people who wanted to come weren't able to get on because they just didn't have enough bus room. They didn't have enough space for the guided walking tours to get folks to where they needed to be. So sign up early. And then last, July 13th, there'll be another impact area bus separate from the walking tour, but more focused on munitions and explosives removal. This might be significant for our colleagues in Seaside because the impact area is right adjacent to Seaside as well as Delray Oaks. So it's a valuable tour for folks to take. And then finally, next year, the DART program has scheduled June 17th through 20th. UC MBEST and CSUMB both will be participating and hosting parts of the drone camp. This is part of the drone automation, robotics, and technology program that FORA started with several others, including our great colleagues in Marina who are going to benefit from this drone program in many positive ways. And the symposium that's part of that is going to be on June 21st, and that'll be held at California State University, Monterey Bay. Chair, those are all the announcements I have.
Thank you. We will move to roll call, please. Madam Clerk.
Supervisor Parker, Supervisor Phillips, Supervisor Adams, Councilmember Clark, Councilmember O'Connell, Mayor Pro Tem Morton, Councilmember Hoffa, Mayor Oglesby, Councilmember Wizard, Mayor Carbone, Mayor Gunter, Councilmember Garfield, Councilmember Reimers, Kathleen Lee, Nicole Hollingsworth, Erica Parker, Debbie Hale, Dr. Diffenbach, Steve Matarazzo, Andre Lewis, Colonel Ford, Bill Collins, Dr. Tribely, Lisa Reinheimer, and Dr. Moore. You have a quorum.
Thank you very much. So we'll move to business items. That is number 5 on the agenda. And essentially, we have just this one item. This is the second vote on the transition plan. Mr. Hulemard,
Yes.
Ms. Damon, I understand there's a
Very
short presentation.
Yes, there's a short
or
presentation.
A long presentation? Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, it's Sherry.
Okay. Recommendation, take second vote. I'm going to just omit all of that. And then I'd like to say we had quite a 2018, and I'm looking forward to 2019 as we move forward. And from the FORA staff to each and all of you, we wanted to wish you happy holidays, and to the members in the public as well. So that completes my presentation.
Thank you very much. Dare I ask if there are any questions for Sherry on the presentation?
We look like after a long meeting on a Friday.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, so we have, essentially we have a motion on the floor to take a second vote. I do want to just go around and ask board members, the one thing we didn't get to at the last meeting was people being able to flag any issues that are raised but not resolved by the transition plan that we want to be sure are on the radar screen. So I think I'll just start over here with Mr. Wizard, and if you have any comments or any of those issues you wanted to raise, this is your opportunity, and it remains from the previous meeting. So if we can just move through it.
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion that we vote on the recommended second vote as given by staff.
Okay, there's a motion and a second. Any discussion? All right, well, I'll just raise a couple of issues that I think were raised as part of the transition plan discussion that we were going to discuss further on the meeting on the 14th that we didn't get a chance to do because we ran out of time. Director Garfield?
Yeah, I wanted to I agree that we had intended to, but it wasn't continued to this particular meeting. I don't know what the legal issues are, but I do want to say that I'm not sure, A, we're not all here, B, we're not prepared to answer that question, having given it some thought that we were going to answer it. So I'm wondering if we could agendize that for a more
January meeting?
A more thoughtful discussion of issues that are going forward with the New Start in 2019 for issues we still see to be outstanding.
Okay, if that's that seems like a good way to handle it. Yeah, I just it was something we were discussing at the last meeting. I just don't want it to get lost to the extent that there are issues that people want to raise. So if that's all right with the board members, that sounds like a good way to handle it.
Yes, Chair, just so the board members know, we had already anticipated a couple of transition items that have to be on the January agenda anyway, and we could incorporate that if it's the pleasure of the executive committee of setting that for that conversation.
Okay, that sounds good. So I wanted to check. So we did have a discussion at the December 14th board meeting, and we did take public comment, but I do just want to see if there are any members of the public who want to make a comment on the transition plan that we are poised to approve. All right, seeing no one coming forward, we do have a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed?
No.
Thank you. I don't know how many are here, but it's an almost unanimous majority vote. So thank you. I know, right? Great. So thank you. That business is done. We'll move now to public comment. Are there any members of the public who wish to raise a question or make a comment on any item not on today's agenda? All right. I'll close public comments. Any items from members? Dr. Moore.
So I'd just like to announce that
at Monday night's Marina Coast Water District Board of Directors meeting, the board decided to send to this board as an ex officio member Dr. Matt Zefferman. So this will be my last meeting, at least for the year. Who knows what will happen next year? So I have to say I've enjoyed all of Sherry's presentations, long as they were, and working with all of you. I highly recommend Dr. Zefferman. He's a very qualified former Air Force officer and civil engineer. He's built water and wastewater infrastructure in places such as Iraq and Afghanistan and northern New York. So I think you'll be in good hands with respect to advice that you might get with regard to water and wastewater issues. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Moore. Thanks for your service here for all the years that you've been here. Good. Any other items from members?
I
Yes,
just want to thank
Director
the chair
Olds.
and wish the chair a happy new year and a good year coming, running the board of FORA.
Thank you. Great. Thank you. Any other items from members? All right. All right. Yes, I know. If we stay here, Sherry, you want to make another presentation where, you know. Great. Well, and I want to just acknowledge the fact that today is Dominique Jones Davis's last day with us. So we want to wish you a very happy holiday season, a happy new year, and every success in your new endeavor. And we will miss you. Yeah. And if there's nothing further from the board, we are adjourned.